Hello. 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 Okay, here we go. Hello. 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 Okay. Test, test. Okay, everybody. If there's
Hey, I
anybody
think
there.
Baker is there.
Who's there?
Of course he's there, because he's the NCAA president. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Ready? Watch, watch. Oh, I know he's done his part. Ready? He's going to be over to the right.
My glasses on.
Ready? Look. Right there, right there. See him?
No, where?
See his mouth? See his hand on his mouth?
Oh, yeah. He had his hand on his mouth and his elbow on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, see if I have anybody here. Right now, I'm not showing myself live yet. Here we go.
Didn't Baker start on like March 15th or something?
Yes, he started this month, right in the middle or right before I think it might have been before the tournament. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. So, all right. There is a slight delay. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. This the microphone that's on. Waiting for my thing to come up. Watching their play on my iPad. Okay, there was the microphone. Lost my mouse. There it is. Okay, everybody, hold on. All right, let me turn this down on the iPad. I'm watching chat down there, and I'm trying to get this out on here on. There it is. All right. How do I see if there's anything else on here? So I was looking at the chats. See, I have a poll up, and it's not being seen by anybody. I'm not seeing it on my iPad. So, Okay, well, welcome back to Joe from New England. I waited about 7 minutes when somebody showed up, and I don't know if I'll rebroadcast this or not. So, I'm hoping this is gonna go. Bring these up. Bring this closer. There we go. I don't need the headphones. I'm not listening to anybody. Crack open. Now, as many of you know, okay, as many of you know, I don't drink, but I drink seltzer water. And this one is from Polar, out of Worcester, Mass. And it's the Mandarin Orange. It was on sale at Market Basket the other day for like $2.68 a 12-pack, so I grabbed one. They also had a coconut one too. So, but all right, let's see. I'm using Streamlabs to do this, so thanks to Streamlabs. And I am trying to find out on here how do I see how many people are showing up on the dashboard, and I don't see that here. Mini feed here. List all those who went ahead and did this. I mean, who's subscribed and everything else. So thanks for all my subscribers. So, have you been watching any pro sports or college sports today? Talking about buzzer beaters. Bruins won it with about 2 minutes left. The Sox pulled off this one was weird. The Sox one was really weird. All right. So let me explain to you what happened. The Sox at one time were down 7-1. We were watching the Boston Bruins on ABC. We're a big Bruins fan and everything else. So, and what happened was we turned it back on later after the Bruins won. And there's the bubbles from the seltzer water, and we were able to watch basically the ninth inning. So what happened? Well, first thing, let me explain something to you folks. If you haven't seen baseball this year, like preseason games, it's only the second day or third day, depending where you're at, and for regular season games. But I watched a lot, or quite a bit of preseason baseball because of the new rules, and plus I also umpire, which I was supposed to have a doubleheader today, but it got canceled due to the weather, and by 3:30 it was nice outside. So let me tell you what happened in the Sox game. The Sox were down 8-7 in the ninth. They brought the closer in, and he allowed one person to on base, and he went ahead and closed, and went down with no damage basically, and he struck out the actually it was two guys on base at this time, and he struck out the last batter for the Orioles. So we get into the second, the bottom of the ninth, and Sox first two batters go down. All right. So Devers was out and Trevor was out. So then Yoshida comes up, tries to knock it out of the park and get under it, get out to left field. Left fielder comes out, do the old, and this drives me crazy. I'm like, I used to do laps if I did this back in 1979, 1980. Ball comes down, hits the pocket, and drops out. And our announcer's like, yeah, and the ball again. We dropped the ball! So Yoshida was halfway between first and second and ran back to first because the throw, of course, went right into second base. So what happened is that now we have a man on. Yoshida's on first. Okay? And you might hear it in the background on Diane's iPad. She's just reviewing it now. But Duvall came up. First pitch was inside. second one, I think it was the second pitch. Not positive on it. He got it. I'm yelling, it's gone, it's gone. It hits the shelf. Now, if you know Fenway Park, there's where the monster seats are now, which at one time they were never there. And I loved it when they put the seats up there. I had that idea a long time ago. But there's a shelf that does this. Okay, this is a shelf, and this is a little fence. Literally, it's about this wide. Okay, it might be like 2 of them up. Okay, and the ball hit here, hit the back, and then bounced, and then just rolled off. Of course, they had to review it, but it was a home run, and the Sox came in and walked it off. And they were the only, before this game, they were the only team not to have a win in the American League East. Well, every team in the American League East now has a win because of us winning today. So what a finish. And then we watched the Final Four, the rest of the Final Four between Florida Atlantic and, I should know this, San Diego State. Sorry, I had to, these are my far eyes, these are my computer, these are my far glasses. So, that's what happens when you get old, folks. You wear 2 sets of glasses so you can see what you're doing. Like right now, I can't see the screen at all unless I put something on here. So I put the computer glasses on here. But I have these far ones so I can kind of want to see, read something on the screen on the TV. So what happens here, all right, is that at one time there was like a 12, I think, a 12 or 13 point lead by the Florida Atlantic team. And they blew it. San Diego State won it on the last shot. The ball was in the air, the buzzer went off, the ball goes through the basket, giving San Diego State the win. If they missed it, Florida Atlantic would have won it. So you have a walk-off by the Sox. The Bruins win by 2. Okay. Now I'll be honest with you, on this Final Four game, I didn't have a dog in the fight, so it was just an exciting game overall. Talking about good games here. So I put a poll up, and I don't know if anybody can see it because I'm still learning the live stuff. This is why I'm doing a dry run here, and I don't see. Ooh, I see somebody else that logged in. Whoever logged in, can you just say hi in the chat for me, please? So as I'm saying here, we're yeah. What was I saying? Hey, well, you read it, right? Tell me what I was saying too. Before I checked who was on here. And one reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to get used to, I'm trying to read what's happening, the board here on the screen. I'm running, okay, I'm running my, yeah, see, I don't see anything reason, what shows you who's on here. I don't know if there's something I gotta do or whatever. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. No, oh well. So, but overall, as I'm saying, I have a poll here for sports. And go ahead and answer the question if you can see the poll. If you can't, please tell me. The question is are you a sports fan? And add in the comments what team you watch. And your options were yes, both NCAA and pro only, college only, and no / we am or are not a sports fan. So just trying to get an idea who does what with my watches my channel. So looking for some interaction. So who's ever watching, go ahead and just say hi. So just want to know who's seeing, because this is one thing I wish that this was showing was who might be watching the feed. And that would be good if they could put that in here, but I don't see anything on here in Streamlabs. Also, if you are used to Streamlabs, please go ahead and tell me, give me any tips with it. All right, so just trying to run this a little bit. This is a quick rundown or a quick test run, basically. But I'm being alive. I ran some bandwidth tests and everything else, and throw things up, and just seeing how things work. So I have just off to my left, over here, okay, as I showed earlier, I do have my iPad, and I'm watching me and a delay here as well. So I'm watching the chat on both sides. So, what did you guys do today? Who did what today and everything else? And if you catch the replay on this, please do, and go ahead and comment after the fact. What I did today, I did something today actually. Supposed to, as I said earlier, supposed to have a fire doubleheader. Diane had lunch, breakfast this morning with her friends, and it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Lainey. Her birthday is this week, so they had a birthday breakfast for her. Sorry about the microphone dropping. So happy birthday to Lainey. And then Diane brought me breakfast. I love that girl. And yes, and Auntie Christy, I know you're not watching, but if you did, I'd like to get with you to get rid of this mop. So, but that's what's happening here. So, so what did I do today? Well, I went ahead and I got up this morning, and the smoke detector was going off, but it was going off as in like a trouble mode. It's here someplace. Hope that can come out. Okay, so all right, is this better? Hopefully it is. So what happened is this, my first alert detector was going off. These are expensive. This is a battery operated one. It's not hardwired, and you can actually set it for a dining room or whatever. So I put new batteries in it this morning, and it came up as trouble with detector. I'm like, oh boy, trouble with detector. Well, so even though it was trouble, so I know we had a couple others that died, and I was like, we need new detectors. So I sort of went the cheap way. I shouldn't, but I did. And I ordered 2 boxes of these. Now this came 3 in a package. Okay. And they're actually pretty neat because these actually light up. Okay. By the way, just get to know Joe has now become a fire safety class. But these are good, okay? Because what happens is that these are a combination smoke and CO detector, and right here will show you the concentration, okay? The concentration of CO. All right, if you have it, it should read 0, which thank goodness right now they all are. So I still got to put one more up, by the way. Of course, there's only one in our bedroom, but so we went ahead and but what I liked about these is that and I didn't know this because I ordered a box of 9 volts. They came with a 9 volt battery already in here. I just have to take it out of the cellophane and boom. So I went ahead and put some of those up today. I get one more that I got to do, and so I should have done that instead of done the live stream. But I'm going to do the live stream. Put this back in. And just in case anybody is wondering, okay, if you don't know what the positive and negative are on a 9 volt, the big end, the fatter end here, is your negative. The smaller end is positive, because there's your plus right here, and that goes to the small tip. The wider tip is your negative. So, just in case you didn't know that. So, do you have smoke detectors in your house? I hope you do, because there are a lot of deaths nationwide due to house fires with not working smoke detectors. So, but I got these, and later I'll put the link. And I don't get any money from Amazon yet. I don't have my own store yet. I'm going to get bigger first. But I'll put a link to the ones I got. Now these here were 2-3 packs were like $90-something, and then there was a discount for this. And if you bought 2, you saved. I think you saved 5%. You bought 2, and then there was a $10 coupon as well that right on there. So I snagged these 2 boxes of these. Now one like this, one of these are $35, but these are First Alert. These are a very well-known brand. Okay, these are actually a good detector. I was being cheap, I'll admit to it, but I had to buy a bunch of these because the old ones we had were out of date. And by the way, folks, when you put these up, okay, what you should do, and I haven't done it yet, these are only good for 10 years. And I don't care if it's this one, or this one, or the hardwired ones, they're only good for 10 years. I learned that when the ones on the Cape, when I was living down there, started going. I mean, they were there for 30 years, and they were hardwired, and they still worked. Don't get me wrong, they worked. And I found out that they were only good for 10 years. So what you should do, and I need to do this sometime, go around to all the detectors I put up so far, and put in either write expiration month and year, or date installed month and year. Remember, it's 10 years. So I just say put EXP : and put the month slash and the year in 4 digits. Don't put the 2-year date. Put the year. Put the 4-year year. So like 2002-3. So like from now, these will be 3/33 basically, 3-2033. That's the expiration date on these here. So that's why I have to worry about them. And I'll probably have to replace the batteries later down the road. They're 9-volt, so hopefully the new 9-volt they bought now will be good enough for them. I don't expect these to last more than a year, actually, the ones that are in here. So I got some, and I did buy some new ones, so they should be good. So that's what I did today. So I went ahead and put up. So there should be one more question there to put to everybody. Did you, well, let's go back. When we had the time changer, did you replace the batteries in your smoke detectors? When you change your clocks, did you change the batteries? That's a good thought. When's the last time you replaced your smoke detectors? That's another one. So I had no idea I was going to talk about smoke detectors during this live. Not at all. I'm rambling because I think I'm the only one on, and I did lose somebody. Somebody was on early and I lost them. So, but yeah. So, I don't know why I'm not getting any subscribers. So, I know why. Because there's a certain person that should be on with me. And she is sitting on the couch watching her sports. And I love her to death. But I know my numbers would go up a lot more if a certain young lady would join us. Isn't that right, babe? No peep from the no peep from the peanut gallery. So I'm gonna put another thing out on the Facebook one more time. Actually, I should go do this on Instagram. Let's do this on Instagram. Let's do this on Instagram. Okay. D-roll just added, and that's Perry DJ. Josh is in. I'm looking at my Instagram. Josh is at Magic Kingdom. Josh Holcomb. Oh my goodness, what a kid he is! And I tell you, you're talking about a game show host. I don't know what if I forget what he was. I think he's in tech. I think was something like that. I don't know. I know his wife to be his. By the way, congratulations, Josh, on the engagement. And the wedding's coming up soon, I think. But his wife to be is I think is going to be a doctor, if I heard correctly. So, but I'll tell you right now, Josh Holcomb, you need to send all that footage from the breakaway and send it to CBS. Tell me you want to take Drew Carey's spot when he retires, or do the Let's Make a Deal. So, or at least do the announcing for The Price is Right. You would have a blast. I know you would have a blast, Josh Holcomb. So, NCL breakaway. We had a great time. I have not posted my breakaway ones yet because I'm still getting caught up. I'm doing a getaway, and it's almost done now. A getaway to, I just posted the getaway to York, and I'm about to do a getaway to Disney World, almost done from last August. I'm way behind, and I think after that I'm going to I have lives up or shorts up with our times at UNH. I think I might put something together real quick, throw that up, and then I'm going to start working on my ACL cruise vlogs. I'm about a month and a half behind on that one, so they'll get up. I will start getting them up soon, but I'm also going to be busier because I get the baseball and the games are coming in and coming in. So that's what's happening. There's not much else happening here. So no one's come in. So let me put this out one more spot first. Let's see if we can close this out here. Close that out. Close that out. Close that out. And let's do share. Let's go to group. And let's do the breakaway. So I don't know if that's going to go out or not. So, but yeah, I want to thank. I'm up to 133 subscribers right now. Before I was on the cruise, I was around 80s, mid 80s, and what's brought mine up, believe it or not, my subscribers have been my shorts. Believe it or not, they've been doing a lot better than my blogs have, and I wish my blogs were doing better, but people like my shorts, I guess. I don't know. Get it on, get it off, and they get to see them, and they get put out a lot better than my blogs. So it could be my my thumbnails, which I'm trying to start working doing a little bit better on my thumbnails. I need some better thumbnail creating tools. I guess I can use Canva. I should try to look into that. So, all right. So I'm waiting to see if anyone else shows up here. I'm only showing, and that's one thing about this. I wish it showed us who is on. All right. I wish this showed who was on, and it doesn't show that here, unfortunately. You know, so let's switch over here for a minute here, and not that, and not there. So see, yeah. So I don't know. So, but studio mode. There we go. So that's what I should do. I'd like to see this. So I know there was no announcement on this. This was the last minute thing. Waiting to see if anybody else shows up. You know, I'm still showing one, just me. Shows one, me. Somebody else did show up earlier. Thank you to them. If you end up watching the replay. All right. So. Let me just take a shot of this. Man, I love my seltzer water. And Polar, to me, is the best seltzer out there. I've drinking a lot of those store brands, which are good. But Polar is out of there, and is out of Worcester, Mass. and they have some great flavors. I mean, they're good flavors, folks. They really do. The flavors, especially this mandarin orange. The mandarin orange. It says mandarin on it, but it's mandarin orange, and it's delicious. So, so I'm gonna probably ending it and ending this because nobody else came out yet. So, but I want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Up to 133 people. Please share out whatever you see from me, the shorts, the longs, the videos, and everything else. I'm gonna try this. I got it on there. I never put it out. Let me try this. Let me do this. Remember this correctly. If I do this, and I gotta switch. I want to switch. And go to that one. And I dropped it. I dropped you guys down here. Do you know what I did do? So, alright. So we do this here. Hit the plus. Go live here. And no. Why can't I change this? Oh, it's down there, that's why. There we go. So now I'm live on both Instagram and YouTube. So there we are. So now I'm on both Instagram and YouTube. And don't know if I'm going to be seen here on Instagram or not. But we'll find out. I need to keep up. I was doing some good Instagramming when I was on the cruise, or going to the cruise, coming from the cruise. But I have not come up on Instagram recently, so I apologize to the Instagram followers on that. But just running offhand, if anybody's going to show up in either channel, right now I'm not showing anybody here yet. As I said, I wish that there was a way to view through Streamlabs who is watching. At least, you know, one guest and then or how many guests and how many extra people, how many subscribers are actually logged in. So that's what's happening. So once again, folks, if you by the way, when I told you about the smoke detectors, right, with these here, okay, and the people on Instagram were like, what? I had to replace, I'm still in the process of replacing a bunch of the smoke detectors in the house, and I bought 2 3-packs for $90, a little bit on $90. Actually, after the 10% off and another 5% off, it was just under 90. So I'll call it between $85 and $95, depending on how many if you buy the 2-pack. And this is not a generic. I mean, this is not a name brand. It's a generic. But I do like it because it has this right here. This display, it lights up in blue and tells you how many parts per million the I think it's ppm is the carbon monoxide reading in your house. So I put one down cellar. I have one here in the dining room. I put a new one up in the kitchen. I put one up in the up top of the stairwell, and I still got to put more. There is a good one. Actually, no, I replaced that one, and then I got to put one on the in the bedroom. So in our bedroom. So, but that's it. So we covered some things about the Boston sports today, Boston sports teams, and what happened in the Final Four, the buzzer beaters. Congratulations to the Boston Bruins. The president will be winning the President's Trophy in the NHL, even though the season's not done yet. They've clinched that already, so good job, guys. Heard a rumor today, heard fact today that Charlie McAvoy is engaged to Mike Sullivan's daughter. Now, Mike Sullivan's the coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and who do we play? We played Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh today. So I guess they've been dating since they were at BU. So congratulations to Charlie McAvoy number 73 defenseman for the Boston Bruins. So, see what else is going on. Not much else happening. We don't have anything planned until a big trip coming up in July. We're going to be going to Disneyland out to California, and I haven't been out there since I've been active duty. And then we were talking things we might want to do, and I looked at Diane. I said, "That's one thing I want to do out there." She says, "What's that?" I said, "I want to see LA County Station 127, which was the actual station they used for the show Emergency, and Station 51. So, and I also need to get caught up on my Chicago Fire. And there is correlation between the two shows. You notice the 51s and both and everything else. I think, and I remember reading something like this, and if I'm wrong, I apologize to Randolph Mantooth, but I'm pretty sure I read something that Randy was trying to push an urban rescue show of that nature about 5 years before it came out. And I think that's what it was. I think it was exactly that. It was Chicago Fire. So, and since then, I've come out with Med and everything else. Here we go. Trying to lower this down a little bit. So we had that. So, I mean, that's what I show. I'll watch that. In case you're else wondering, I'm also a techie and a nerd. I end up watching my Star Treks, and I like the Star Wars and the sci-fis. All the things I enjoyed in these 60 years of my life. So, love my Boston sports. Not as much as I love my Day though. I love my Day much more. So, and listen, it took me a while to find the right woman. And I found the right woman. She is the best woman in my life. And I want to tell her thank you for everything. Most significant others may not go along with this YouTube stuff. Oh, this is her fault, by the way. This is her fault. She's one that got me into the YouTube. So, I want to give a quick shout out to Tony and Jenny from Lolita Loca, Donnie from Don's Family Vacations. Hello to Josh Holcomb, Cruising with Josh. Hi, Ma. Say hello to his mother. His mother and I had a good long talk on the while we're doing the zip line. Found out she's a Patriots fan. Okay. Josh, you need to get up here. Bring your mom up to New England again, and when you do, drop me a line. And Sharon at Sea and Jamie, I met them for the first time on the cruise, and I didn't follow them that much, but I followed them a lot more since then. And I'll tell you, Jamie is the nicest guy you guys can meet. And Sharon, she's just amazing. So, and last one I want to say is thank you to Elisa and Jason from EECC Travel. You two amaze me. I don't know why, but you do. During the pandemic, you're like, well, we can't cruise on ships. Let's go cruising cruising on the in an RV. So they bought an RV and started doing some RV vlogs, and I'm actually missing the RV vlogs. And I'm dying to go to a Buc-ee's. Between them, also, the other things we've been watching, I'm Muslim, so we'll keep it up. The other vloggers we watch is the Leg Life. Leg Life with Adam and Sherry, who then we started watching the Millers, Adventures in Millerland, and severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of my area, I guess. Guess we're going to have thunderstorms tonight, folks. So we have them, and we have the Zero. So Justin, Lacey, and the kids. So enjoy all their vlogs. We've been watching their Disney cruise, their viewer cruise. We've been watching watching them. So, but yeah, that's what we've been doing. That is what we've been doing. So I've been looking at the Instagram. I'm too much here. I'm back. I'm also looking at my YouTube. So Instagram, I'm on YouTube. And YouTubers, I'm on Instagram. So right now, I'm doing this live. One's with my phone and one's with the laptop. So, but that's what's happening. So, all right, folks, I've now stretched this out to about 45 minutes. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. I still gotta go hang this one up. Here we go. I gotta hang this up upstairs. So I get my drill right there, my well, with a screwdriver bit. So sorry about that. My drill with my screwdriver bit on it. Gonna go upstairs and hang one more smoke detector. And I think we can do a little more walking. I'm get 61 minutes in today. We did it where we just watching something. So, all right, folks. With that, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Want to say thank you very much for watching. And if you catch the replay of this, please comment below. All right. Give me some updates how I can bring more people in on here with the lives. All right. And thanks for watching. Catch you later. As we say in the amateur radio world, 7-3. We'll catch you next episode of JFNE.